Raiders in their white and blue, passing down the field with a plan coming through. From defense to the goal, the thunderous might. Yeah, the Hudson Raiders are ready to fight. In their white and blue, passing down the field with a plan coming through. From defense to the goal, the thunderous might. Yeah, the Hudson Raiders are ready to fight. In their white and blue, passing down the field with a plan coming through. From defense to the goal, the thunderous might. Yeah, the Hudson Raiders are ready to fight. In their white and blue, passing down the field with a plan coming through. From white and blue, passing down the field with a plane coming through. From defense to the goal, thunderous might. Yeah, the Hudson Raiders are ready to fight. In their white and blue, passing down the field with a plane coming through. From defense to the goal, thunderous might. Yeah, the Hudson Raiders are ready to fight. In their white and blue, passing down the field with a plane coming through. From defense to the goal, thunderous might. Yeah, the Hudson Raiders are ready to fight. Raiders in their white and blue, passing down the field with a plane coming through. From defense to the goal, a thunderous might. Yeah, the Hudson Raiders are ready to fight. In their white and blue, passing down the field with a plane coming through. From defense to the goal, a thunderous might. Yeah, the Hudson Raiders are ready to fight. In their white and blue, passing down the field with a plane coming through. From defense to the goal, a thunderous might. Yeah, the Hudson Raiders are ready to fight. In their white and blue, passing down the field with a plane coming through. to the goal. Thunderous might, yeah, the Hudson Raiders are ready to fight. Yeah, the Hudson Raiders are ready to fight. Hudson Raiders, bold and strong. They've been waiting all season long. Kick that ball, will light the skies. Hudson Raiders on the rise. The Hudson Raiders in their white and blue, passing down the field with a play come through. From defense to the goal, thunderous might. Yeah, the Hudson Raiders are ready to fight. Yeah, the Hudson Raiders are ready to fight. Hudson Raiders, bold and strong. They've been waiting all season long. Kick that ball, will light the skies. Hudson Raiders on the rise. The Hudson Raiders in their white and blue, passing down the field with a play come through. From defense to the goal, thunderous might. Yeah, the Hudson Raiders are ready to fight. Yeah, the Hudson Raiders are ready to fight. Hudson Raiders, bold and strong. They've been waiting all season long. Kick that ball, will light the skies. Hudson Raiders on the rise. The Hudson Raiders in their white and blue, passing down the field with a play come through. From
Good evening and welcome to Raiders Stadium for tonight's soccer matchup between the Eau Claire Memorial Old Aids and your Hudson Raiders. Please turn your attention to the video board for a message from our captains for this year's team.
Hudson High School, in partnership with the WIAA and Big Rivers Conference, is proud to uphold a culture of education-based athletics with lessons learned extending far beyond sport. Admission to these events is a privilege. With that privilege comes responsibilities. Conduct yourself with class and respect, ensuring that the experience is positive and enjoyable for athletes, coaches, officials, and fans alike.
As a reminder of the health tobacco and drug products are strictly prohibited in any area used by public schools in accordance with state law. At this time, we ask everyone to rise, remove your hats, and honor our group playing our national anthem.
Tonight's anthem was performed by members of the Hudson High School Swing Choir. Now, let's meet the starting lineups. First, for the Eau Claire Memorial Old Aids. In goal, number 1, Will Nordstrom. The defenders, number 2, Gage Schwegel. Number 13, Carter Signs. Number 17, Aiden Schroeder. Number 20, Matthew Wonky. And number 21, Gage Haas. In the midfield, number 10, Ethan Velez. And number 18, Will Chafin. And at forward, number 4, Drew Hudson. Number 6, Dylan O'Connor. And number 9, Evan Heatley. Head coach for the Old Aids is David Kite. And now, it's time to meet your Hudson Raiders, starting 11. Between the pipes, number 0, Parker Strunke. On defense, number 6, Kenny Anderson. Joining him, number 9, Quinn Packard. In the midfield, number 10, Jack. Ooh. In the midfield, number 11, Will Cook. On defense, number 12, Xavier Island. In the midfield, number 13, Giovanni Morales. On defense, number 15, Joe Packman. Forward, number 18, Calvin Lassard. Midfielder, number 21, Sam Olson. And forward, number 24, Paul Rivas. Head coach for the Raiders is Steve Solom. Ready?
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to a big soccer match tonight. We have the first round of the sections for uh, both these teams tonight, the Hudson Raiders in blue and the Eau Claire Memorial Old Abes in white. The Old Abes are the visiting team in white, playing from right to left on your screen, and the hometown Raiders, the number one seed in the division, and are in blue, playing from left to right on your screen tonight. This is a doozy. These teams have already played twice. Raiders with a corner kick here to start. Sneaking it in. Oh, that was a close play in the first 45 seconds of the match. A header by Lassard, it looked like. Just missed the upper right corner and sent wide. So, crisis averted by the Old Abes, and they'll take the goal kick here. These teams have played each other twice this year. Both games won by the Raiders. The first game was away for the Raiders at the Old Abe Stadium in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Raiders took that game 4-0. And the second game was part of the Big Rivers Conference end of the year tournament, and the Raiders won that one by a score of 2-1, which essentially locked up the conference championship for the Raiders. These two teams tend to meet in this matchup most years, and it's always a heck of a match. So this should be a fun one for everyone to see. I am excited to see that even before the game started, the chat in the comments area of YouTube is already filled with comments. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Our friends from Spain watching POW and the Raiders. We love having you and glad you're tuning in, even though it's about 3 o'clock in the morning there. And here we go. Raiders get a free kick here. They did not let the ball settle, which means stop, before they took the kick, and they had it way advanced anyway. So referee pulls it back, and they reset. Here's Captain Quentin Packard setting that ball up, and that's gonna be a goal kick here for the Old Abes. I was waiting to see if offsides would be called. I didn't quite see it early enough to know for sure if Poole was, but it looked like he potentially was, and the referee just let that ball go, which they have the option to do. Here we go. Another goal kick here for the Old Abes. For those of you unaware, these schools are only about an hour apart on I-94, the main freeway through Wisconsin, and so these guys have played each other a lot. They play each other in summer ball, they play each other in winter ball, they play each other in school ball. So a true rivalry and a fun rivalry. These two teams are generally the ones in the last probably 5 or 6 years that have been the state participants from Division One. So I won't doubt if either way that's how this one ends as well. Winner of tonight's game will play Saturday. Not sure where and not sure when for time. That'll all be determined based on who they're playing and what's a logical neutral ground field. It's almost always neutral ground, sometimes based on certain things it's not, but almost always that game to go to state is settled on a neutral field. All right, Eau Claire gets their first sniff at the goal area there, and the Raiders take it away and are pushing it up the field. Good cutback by Lassard. Sends a sneaky ball through, low and hard. Olson's chasing it, but it's just got a little too much speed on it for Olson to catch up to tonight. It's a cool, cold night. Not as cold as it was the other night on Tuesday night, but it's a cool night. You see a lot of the boys with long sleeves. Foggy, a little fog hanging in the air, and a good Halloween night. And It's a aggressive header by both teams there with a nice little bit of bodily contact. And a lot of headers here. Love it. Ball keeps moving. Claire settles. Play it back and try to spread the field a bit. Since Heckman takes that and gets the clear, gets it up to Poole. Good take by the Old Abes. Nifty little take momentarily there by Power Bass of the Raiders. Got a great crowd online on YouTube. I don't know how many we have on Facebook. Well over, it's like about 130 people tuning in tonight. So pleasure to have all of you. And I know that includes Raider fans, it includes Old Abe fans, but we're just glad everybody gets to have a chance to see this game if you can't be here in Hudson. There's a little through ball to Rebeus. Sends a sneaky ball across. Woo! Good play, but ultimately a nice defensive play by number 21, Gage Haas of the Old Abes, to get the clear on that play. Ball goes out wide by the Raiders, and it's going to be a throw-in for the Old Abes. Thanks for tuning in, Kyle Trainer, and glad you're here rooting for Dylan from Tampa, Florida. So keeping my fingers crossed that all the weather patterns stay good for you guys down in Florida. We have friends in Hudson, Florida, of all places. They moved from Hudson, Wisconsin to Hudson, Florida, and I think the last 3 years in a row they've been hit there. So we're hoping that everybody gets through this year with some peace and quiet. All right. A lot of back and forth here to be expected. These teams are both solid and competitive. Strumke sends a low ball up the middle on the clear. And it's going to be a Raiders throw here. Looking through the section, so the Raiders have made it to this point by defeating Eau Claire North, the other Eau Claire, Wisconsin high school. Eau Claire is a large community if you're not familiar, so 2 high schools there. Raiders won that game 3-0, and then they defeated Stevens Point on on Saturday by a score of 3-0 or 4-0. So 3-0 against Eau Claire North, 4-0 against Point. Raiders get the clear there. Bay is still on it. Tries to play it up the middle to Cook, but nice defensive play there by Haas again of the Old Abes, and Raiders defense takes it back up to Cook. Lassard tries to thread the needle up the middle to Bayes. It's kind of sandwiched, and the ball taken by the Old Abes and cleared. The Old Abes reached this match by defeating Chippewa Falls by a score of 5-0, and then defeating Holman High School by a score of 6-0. So good matches by both teams. Ultimately, the Raiders' season sits at a record of 19 wins, 0 losses, and 1 tie. They've given up 3 goals on the season, so just a remarkable all-around season for the Raiders. The Old Abes finished their season up to this point at 13-6, so a solid year for the Old Abes as well. The winner of this game will be taking on the winner of Hortonville and DC Everest on Saturday. And that is the game that puts them in the top 4 for state. So unlike a lot of states, Wisconsin only sends 4 teams to the state tournament. Most states have 8, but Wisconsin, in its wisdom, has 4. So it's especially tough to get to state here in Wisconsin. All right, throw in here for the Old Abes, kind of a sidewinder. Heckman tries to push that ball up, but it spins off a little awkwardly, and it'll be a throw in for the Old Abe's. We're about 10 minutes into the match. Our score remains 0-0. I'd like to invite all of our listeners, if you want to pop something in the chat about who you're here watching, team-wise, player-wise. You might be from Eau Claire, you might be from Hudson, you might be from Spain. Last week we had people from Manorville and Cumberland and all kinds of exciting places in Minnesota, Wisconsin. And but then again, there's our contingent. Not sure where in Spain Pau's family is. Maybe pop that in the chat. I'd love to know. And we've even had the last couple of weeks family from Brazil tuning in. So super exciting. Tuning in from Kansas. Thank you for tuning in, Lily Enger. And also, not sure your name, but somebody's from Eau Claire cheering on Evander, number 11. Your big sis. Oh, who's from Tokyo? So now we have another country on the board. Viewer from Japan and Spain so far. All right, here we go. Big battling in the box. Raiders Powell gets he gets knocked over. He was outside the box, so this is not a PK situation. Makes it a little easier for the referee to make that call. They will be very leery to call penalty kicks in a game like this unless it's very egregious. But Raiders get the kick, and there's a wall set up already for Eau Claire. Referee's going to step it off. Got Benji Tron tuning in from Stevens Point, rooting on the Raiders. Thanks for tuning in. Trisha Thompson from Menominee. Watching two good teams. I hear you and appreciate that. Big blast by the Raiders. And it hits goalkeeper, I think that's Will Nordstrom, and he not able to catch it purely, but brings it down and controls that ball, and that'll be a punt here now for the Old Abes. Uncle Danny and Auntie Lisa watching from bed after surgery, tuning in for the Raiders. Glad you're here and hope your recovery goes well. This will be a good way to sneaky play by Cook, but nobody home. Packard on it. Take back by Evan Hoffley of the Old Abes. Making a delayed call of some sort. I took my eyes off that part of the field and did not see what happened. Maybe I can see it on the replay here. Seemed like a lot of just back and forth hand checking there, but referee calls Raiders on the foul. And that'll be a kick by number 17. Plays it short. Great play by Xavier Island there. Big win using his body. Great play by Powell, again, using his body to take it. Speedy play by Matthew Wanke of the Old Abes to take that ball back. And some contact made. And that'll be a free kick for the Old Abes. Darren Chuckle, my friend, tuning in from St. Peter. Good to have you tuning in, Darren. Darren's a former Raider soccer legend, and always good to have you tuning in. And I'm glad you're back on the Gustavus team and making things happen this fall. So good luck to you too, my friend, and hope you're doing well. Sean Berger, another Hudson legend. Two boys I coached for many years. Sean Berger at the University of Minnesota now. And Sean, good having you turning in too, my friend. Good back and forth there, but Eau Claire ends up with a throw. Big ball into Strumke. Strumke's really great with his hands. He catches those balls purely, makes it look effortless. So plays the ball down. Now he's going to give it a boot. Joe Reams, great to have you here to watch RJ's Meats, one of my favorite places here in Hudson. And and checking out Henry Newman and Jack Poole. I'm assuming they work there, so glad you're tuning in. See these guys make things happen here for the Raiders. Big ball in, Packard with a little outside foot clear. Turn play there by Reveus. It's a little extra contact on himself this time. He delivered it down the field and got called. Eau Claire delivers a little on him, and when they get called, this referee's doing a nice job calling very similar plays here. Now we're 150 people tuning in. I got to say, I've been announcing like this for the last 5 years or so, and that's a great number for us. So thanks everybody for tuning in. Follow on Eau Claire, and Quinn Packard's setting up to take this ball. Plays it in, needs a little chip. Just a little too low on that ball. Gotta maybe get a little more height on it. Slow it down, keep the goalie honest, and gives your offense time to catch up to it. But not a bad play. Eau Claire now with the kick. Jessica tuning in from Eagan, Minnesota. Good to have you. Lindsay tuning in with her clan, watching from La Center, cheering on the Raiders. There's a big cross by Eau Claire, and a nice clear by Quinn Packard. Raiders kind of trying to send it up to see what happens, but Eau Claire's all over that. Gets the clear. Turn, trying to send it up the field, sends it out via Raiders throw in. Looks like Xavier Island, number 12 of the Raiders on the throw. Kenyon Sherman tuning in from Loveland, Colorado. Tuning in on Evan Hoffley from Eau Claire. Good to have you. Not sure if he's playing with us, but we've got someone scouting here this match on TV. Good to know. If you want my input, just give me a call sometime. I'll let you know. Player back on the attack. Nice ball over. Nobody home for Eau Claire, though, to capitalize on that. They're going to get another cross. It's Morales with the clear. Big set there. Oh, what a play. Woo! Parker Strumke saw that ball get to a deadly location for Eau Claire. They get a great shot off, but just within the reach of Strumke, who just pulls that ball out of the air. And there was a big gasp from the Raiders fans here and a lot of excitement from Eau Claire. But a heck of a play. I think we're going to see a lot of that tonight. Heckman plays it back to Strumke, who sends the clear up. We got Grandma and Grandpa D out of Laval, Wisconsin, cheering on Cohen Miller. Good to have you. Thanks for tuning in. All right. Pushing into about getting close to the halfway mark of the first half. Our score remains, not surprisingly, 0-0. We also got Paul and Sheree Miller tuning in from Nokomis, Florida. Checking out Cohen Miller of the Raiders. Good to have you. Don't think I've missed anybody so far. Glad everybody's tuning in. There's a throw in for Eau Claire. Big throw, kind of a side throw, a little side spin on it. Spins off, and that'll be a corner kick for Eau Claire. Here we go. Corner kick for the Old Abes. There's the ball. It's low and hard. And Eau Claire got under it, but they got a little too much under it and popped that ball up and over the goal. And that was a close one. Now we're at that halfway mark in the first half. Strumke with the goal kick. Lassard would be a welcome addition, I think, to any college program. As a junior, though, he's still got another year here, so keep an eye on him. But Kelvin is the leading scorer for the Raiders, so that's a good segue. He has at least 19 goals and 7 assists on the season so far. And he may have more. I'm missing stats on a couple of games. Regardless, that's a good note to bring up anyway. They don't have scoring stats for Eau Claire. I know they've got some real solid. There's a big ball in. It's in a great location. Nobody able to get much on that though. Pops up and Strumke gathers that in. Also for the Raiders, Will Cook with a minimum of 12 goals and 10 assists. Jack Poole with 10 goals, 12 assists. Pau Ribeas with 11 goals and 7 assists. Lots of firepower on this Raider team with 4 players in double-digit goals and lots of players scoring. 13 players on this Raider roster have scored goals. 16 with assists. So it's a broad team that anyone on this team can contribute at any given moment. All right, punt here for the Old Abes. Ball takes some bounces over everybody, gets booted by the Raiders, and goes off the foot wrong, and that's going to be another corner kick for the Old Abes. Corner kick coming at about the 22-minute mark here. The high ball comes out a little bit high on the goal area. Tough to manage that one a little bit. Poole tries to get that one on a sprint. Nice pullback move by Poole, and then he switches the field. But there again is Gage Haas with the clear for Eau Claire. Very nice play by Quinn Packer to get that ball and send it up the field. Raiders kick that ball, or Eau Claire kicks that ball out, and that'll be a Raiders throw in here. Clear by Eau Claire. Ekman's under it, settles it. Gets pounced on immediately by Eau Claire, but then takes one off the face. That's number 4, Drew Hudson. High quality player for Eau Claire there, and eventually that ball goes out of bounds though, and it'll be a Raiders throw. It's like we're gonna have our first sub of the match for Eau Claire lining up to come in at about the 24-minute mark probably by the time he gets in at least. Morales gets called on a trip. Get a free kick here for Eau Claire. It's number 17, Aiden Schrader with the kick. It's a nice ball. Not quite into the danger zone, but close. Good collision there. Ball sneaks through, little left-footed shot, but had some left side spin on it. And that thing really spun sideways and away from the goal, but gets across the goal line. That'll be a goal kick here for the Raiders. Substitute in for Eau Claire. Did not see the number. Maybe our stadium announcer will share that. But we'll have a goal kick here for Hudson at about the 25-minute mark. Big boot by Strumke. it over by Hudson. No, not Hudson. That was number 6. Dylan O'Connor, but he was doing some pushing from behind as he got that. Probably kind of held him down, and this will be a free kick here for the Raiders. All right, Raiders play it short, up to Heckman. Puts a nice little chip in, but sends it wide. Olsen gets it. Sard goes for the bicycle, called offsides. That was darn close either way. He didn't connect on the kick, but it was a heck of an effort and idea on that. I love it. And Eau Claire gets the offsides free kick here. Again, the Raiders get it up. Cook is on it. He's nifty with the ball and his body, but Claire keeping some defense back to handle that vaunted Raider attack on offense. Ball goes in and off of Eau Claire. That'll be a throw-in for the Raiders. First sub of the game for the Raiders here as well. It's number 23 for the Raiders, Adrian Morales in the game, giving Pau Rebeas a break. Matthew Shuey, sorry you can't be here. Glad you're taking care of your kid, and glad you've got a good chance to watch the game nonetheless. Cheering on the Raiders. All right, here we go. Big contingent of fans here. Both students and families for the Raiders, and from the sound of things, also a great Eau Claire traveled well for this match and brought their own crowd as well here. So just a fun environment here. Claire had a nice push up there on defense to pull the offsides off, and will be a free kick for Eau Claire. Pushing into the 28-minute mark, score remains 0-0. Both Raider Old Abe games this season, I believe, went into halftime 0-0. In the first game, the Raiders came out and scored 4 goals in the second half to win that game. In the second match, there was an own goal. Raiders actually scored the first goal, I believe, and then an own goal by referee making some call here with Heckman. Not sure what. He's subbing him. I didn't see a card. He might be bleeding, or he's going to the trainer table, so I'm guessing maybe there's some blood. Certainly didn't see anything worthy of
Substitution for the Raiders, number 14, Kieran Blitz is in for number 15, Joe Heckman.
Looks like Joe's getting a little treatment by our trainer, Megan, and was no penalty or card, so must have been some, I'm guessing there's some blood, so. Claire goes for a big clear and ends up with a minor clear out, and the Raiders will have a throw in deep in their territory. All right, throw coming here from Xavier Island. Head out by Eau Claire, but Raiders collect it back. It's Lassard. Claire with a take back and sends it up the field, but kicks it out of bounds, and that'll be a Raiders throw. Now over 180 tuned in. Glad to have everybody here. We appreciate all of you tuning into the River Channel, and I'm sure there's probably a similar number tuning in to the Facebook live stream as well. So I don't monitor that. I stick with YouTube, but great to have everybody tuning in either way. Okay, Raiders with a free kick here. This could be a dangerous spot for them. It's a nice chip in. That's a really good spot to put it. Head over. Raiders are on it. Ball is bouncing everywhere. Blast from Cook sends it just over the crossbar and tipped by Eau Claire, and the Raiders will have a corner kick of their own here. Whew. We have had some close calls. We've had some great goalie play and defense. And now the Raiders with their second corner kick of the night. Jack Poole in the corner, queuing this up, is going to play it short. There's a little too much on that to make anything happen from it. And Kieran Britt's now in for defense, sends it up the field. Morales on it. Eau Claire struggling to get the clear. They send it out wide. Take back by Morales. Cook with it into Poole. Takes a cut move. Does another. Tough shot there. That's a tough shot. Not much of an angle to shoot from right-footed, and makes a good effort. Sends that ball out wide, though. Sub here for the Old Abes. Looks like number 10. That is Ethan Valles or Valles. I'm not sure how to say that, but Ethan's in the game. And now Eau Claire with the kick at about the 31-minute mark. This half has flown by. No goals, not a lot of penalties, not really any injuries, so that makes the time go quickly. Cook with it. Going to draw a lot of attention because he's got some pretty nifty moves. But eventually Eau Claire gets that clear. Heckman with the head over. Morales trying to chase it down, taken back by Rabeus. Packard gives a fake, plays it out wide to Morales. Trying to play it in, but too much Eau Claire defense there, and they played that angle well. Eau Claire playing it down the line. It's Hudson. Packard with it. Good takeaway. Ball comes through. You're going to see a lot of bodies going down in the box here, whether it's legit or not. I can't say on that one. Happened so quickly. Great takeaway by Cook. Everybody's going to be working for that all-important PK if they can get it in the box. Throw in here for Eau Claire. Playing it back to Strumke. Gets a big ball up, trying to send it out wide to Rabeus. Gets a head over, but there's Eau Claire's number 2, Gage Schwegel, with the clear. Raiders again playing it up. That's Morales on it on the right side here now. Plays it over to the left. And doesn't get a great ball in there. Disrupted by the Old Abes. Ball comes back. It's Teddy Anderson with that ball back to Strumke, who sends it up the field. Quick head over by Lassard, trying to get it to Poole, and Poole picks it off, despite a little contest for that ball. Lassard bringing it across the field. Suddenly nobody on him, so he carries it a little bit further, does a little chip, but good defensive play by the Old Abes there, and they send it up the field. Not much up there. Everybody's helping out on defense both ways, so this game means a lot, and again, good no call there by the ref. Bodies are going to be kind of flopping and flying all over the place, both ends. These guys are all experienced trying to work for those penalties and things like that, but referees all over it. It's a very experienced referee here. Blast in from distance for the Raiders. It's a collision there between a couple players, no call by the ref. And here we go. Goal kick for Eau Claire with about 6 minutes left in the first half. Our score remains 0-0. This match is brought to you by the River Channel. We produce most Raider soccer games, all the home games, and a number of away games for boys and girls. Yeah, that was a chip underneath. That's Lassard, and hard foul there is going to give the Raiders a free kick. Referee's telling everybody to cool down. If that doesn't work, you'll start seeing cards, and cards can have a longer term implication as well. So they don't want them, but they may get them tonight. These teams get, there's such a rivalry. Ball in by Packard. A good ball in a good spot there. Headed over. Blast by the Raiders. Lassard gets a lot on that, but his timing, you can't wait even a half a second on some of those, but if you don't wait, you're going to send it up. And that ball just maybe a foot and a half above the crossbar with authority, but no net. And our score remains 0-0. So what happens in this game if it ends tied? Then we will play overtime. There are no ties in the regions or sections or state. If this game ends regulation in a tie, we will play two 10-minute periods. It is not sudden death. We'll play those two 10-minute periods all the way through. If there's a winner at that point, game's over. If it's still tied, then we go to the beloved but stressful shootout. Penalty kicks from the mark. Ball's all over the place. Danger zone for Eau Claire. They do a little chip move in. Raiders get a little clear. Off the crossbar. Actually off the field goal crossbar. I thought it was off the soccer crossbar, but referee's indicating that was off the football crossbar, and I'm seeing the replay. He's exactly right. And Raiders get the goal kick here. So again, River Channel brings lots of sports, football, basketball, hockey, to the Hudson community, as well as civic events, concerts, all kinds of good stuff. So certainly lucky to have the River Channel in our community, and that we are able to bring this match to so many people. We're over 200 now. I'm joined by Nikos Wired. He's our technical guru, master of all things camera, sound, bringing it to you. He does all the work. I just show up and talk. So thanks to you, Nikos. And here's a corner kick for Eau Claire, putting it in a dangerous spot, but headed out nicely by, looked like Teddy Anderson with that head out. And now the Raiders with a goal kick. We have a substitute coming in for Eau Claire. Looks like number 9. That is Evan Hoffley back in the game for the Old Abes. Raiders play it short. Up to Packard, who's trying to play it all the way across the field. That's a big boot. Eau Claire gets on it and sends the clear up the field. About 2.5 minutes left in the first half. Score 0-0. Not for a lack of trying. These teams have had their opportunities, but the goalkeepers have come up big tonight to keep this score where it's at. And that ball snuck through, but Rabeus is still on it. And a hard foul from a player is going to get a yellow card on that one. That's Matthew Wanke. He'll have to exit the game. He can come back in, of course, after exiting at the next opportunity or when the coach decides that's the best time. Referee looks like maybe having a conversation a little bit with captains to tell them to calm things down. Raiders get a free kick from a very dangerous spot. It's a shootable ball that's quite a distance, though, to try to beat a quality goalkeeper like Will Nordstrom. So we'll see what the Raiders decide to do. Sometimes they like to play a short game. They got 3 guys there to play a little deception and distraction. Chip over, head over. Interesting play for the Raiders. Gets it into Packard, who tries to make something happen. Cook with a cutback. Sends a nice ball across, but there's Nordstrom picking it out of the air. Now we're down to about 30 seconds. When we head into halftime, folks, we will take a 10-minute break, just like the teams do. Gives you a chance to go to the bathroom, let the dog out, maybe cook a hot pocket, something good for a halftime snack, and we'll see you back for an exciting second half here in about a minute. But we'll see what happens here in this last minute. I've seen teams like these score multiple goals in the last minute.
1 minute remaining in the first half. 1 minute.
Pool on it, sends a blast from distance, and goes wide. Eau Claire taking a chance to sub here, bringing that's number 20, Matthew Wanke, who received the yellow card. He's back into the match for these last 30 seconds of the first half. And a boot here from Will Nordstrom. Rabeus with a nice head back into Raider territory, but Eau Claire gets it back. Now down to about 10 seconds. So, folks, we'll see you back in about 10 minutes. Enjoy your little break and come back for some exciting soccer here tonight.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, everybody, here we are for the beginning of the second half of our sectional competition here between the number one seed in the division, the Hudson Raiders, taking on the number two seed in our section, the Eau Claire Memorial Old Apes. So at halftime here, they switch sides. So Eau Claire now in white, playing from left to right on your screen, and the Raiders in blue, playing from right to left on your screen. Our score is 0-0, so not much to say about the action other than it has been fast, it has been furious. Both teams have had excellent opportunities to score, but both goalkeepers have come up very strong tonight, and that's why we're sitting at a 0-0 match. So we have 40 minutes here to see what happens. Like I said before, if we do end up at a tie, then we will play two 10-minute overtime periods. They are not sudden death, but we'll see what happens here. Thank you, Rabeus family. 2 a.m. and you're in Madrid. Spectacular. We appreciate you staying up late and being those fans that are always tuned in. Shoe pops off of Pau there, so the referee's going to give him a second to put it back on. I think maybe kind of got the back of it stepped on and it flipped off, but we're going to give him a quick second to put it on. Clock is stopped. Thank you for tuning. Soren Matson, another Hudson legend, tuning in. Good to have you, Soren. Hope you're doing well. And CC Slay, I'm not sure if that's your real name, but that's your handle there. So glad you're tuning in as well for the Old Abes. And Jackie tuning in for the Raiders. Good to have you. Henry Vandenbark, another Hudson Raider legend, tuning in. Good to have you, Henry. Let's see what these guys can do. Oh, Raiders get it in, and it's nicely saved. Comes back out. Offside call for some by the referee there, and Eau Claire gets out of that one. So another good example of the great goalie play we have going here tonight. All right. Eau Claire now pushes it up the field. Raiders defense takes it. Again, taken back by Eau Claire. Tyler Hindall as well, another Raider legend tuning in. Good to have you. Juan Arnal, thank you for tuning in as well. And again, the Raiders get it down, but that's handled easily by Will Nordstrom. And it'll be a punt for the Old Abes. Nikolai, you're exactly right. Big second half here. We'll see what happens. Rabeus gets under it. Taken by Eau Claire, though. Lassard challenging and wins. Stays on it. He has height and size, but taken nicely there by Eau Claire. He's going to play it out. Good angled pass there. Trying to send a through ball. That's a long through ball, though, on a fast-moving turf. And Parker Strumke's able to pick that up pretty well. Good take by Poole. We're seeing a little more aggressiveness out of the gate here. A little more physicality. I'm sure the ref is keeping an eye on it. Nothing too bad so far. But things like that do tend to escalate in these matches as the pressure builds and the clock ticks down and the close score stays close. Island over to Lassard. Just comes off his foot bad. Going for a through ball. Good play there by Hudson. Fighting from behind, able to get a foot on it. Not really the shot he wanted. Gets directed at Strumke, and he redirects it out. And that'll be a corner kick here for the Old Abes. Dangerous opportunity here. Corner kicks are, coveted because they give you a free chance to put that ball right into the scoring area. So we'll see how this plays out. It's a good ball. It's in. Strumke gets a punch out. Yeah. Auclair trying to get a header on it, tries to use a Raider as leverage by kind of pushing off on his back and shoulders, and referee was right there and makes a call. Boot by Strumke. Lassard tries to head that over, but it goes sideways. Heckman puts that ball up. Rabeus picks it up. It's off to Cook. He's going to bring it into the middle. Nobody on him, so he's going to hang on to it. Does a move. Does another move. A few too many bodies there, but Raiders able to hold it. That's Olsen. But poked away by Auclair again. Both defenses playing very well tonight. Goalkeepers as well. Offense is not playing poorly, just not able to put it in the goal yet. Lassard plays it out wide, but with a little too much oomph on that ball. Oh, Chuckle, thank you. I appreciate that greatly. Can't wait to see you when you're home next, Darren Chuckle. Ball comes up. That's the Raiders playing it back to Strumke. Teddy Anderson there. Get the boot out to midfield. Ball's up, but too far ahead of Poole, and that's easily handled by Will Nordstrom. And we're over 5 minutes into the second half. Our score remains 0-0. Raiders with 5 shots on goal. Old Abes with 3. Old Abes with 4 corner kicks, though, and the Raiders with 2. So pretty balanced offensive statistics. And we will see where this action takes us. Tanya Wagner, thanks for tuning in. Parents of number 16, good to have you. Oh, rotator cuff surgery. That is, I'm sorry to hear that. Raiders with the clear there. Dangerous play with Hudson coming up the middle. I have 2 boys myself, and between the 3 of us, we've had 5 shoulders repaired. So I know that I definitely know what that is like in your household right now, and I hope everybody recovers well. Ball comes through. Woo! Island with the clear. Auclair keeps it alive, though. And Lassard puts it up to Poole. Now we got a foot race. I play it all the way back to Nordstrom. Poole's going to challenge him. He's out of the box, so he can't use his hands. Not a bad idea. Lassard with a head over. Auclair with some headers. Lassard with a header. Ball goes through to Rabeus. That's going to be a good call here, and the referee calls a goal kick. Probably right. All right, here comes the goal kick for big boot up. Olsen on it. Gets by him. Claire on the attack, but nobody for that feeder ball. They're going to play it back to Strumke, who plays a solid kick out to midfield. Auclair picks it off, though, and again, Hudson picks it off on the return. What you see in these matches of high-quality teams is a very fast rate of play. And with that fast rate of play, you often see a lot of errors because the plays have to be so quick. Good pullback, good crossover. Both Auclair attackers to receive that ball were in the same about 8-yard radius, so nobody there to pick up the deep ball, and Raiders get the clear. Brennan, glad to have you tuning in, cheering on Kieran. Ball comes back to Lassard. Oh, somehow keeps it stuck on his feet. Lassard gets it back after a poke away by Cook. Both players kind of slidey tackling for that ball. Little extra oomph there by Xavier Island, and that's going to be a free kick for Eau Claire. We're at about the 49-minute mark. Comes the kick from distance. Good distance, though, to put that ball into the scoring area again. Low ball. It's coming all the way through, and Strumke's going to take that pretty easily. Got to get a little air under those, in my opinion. Keeps the goalie a little more honest. Lets the teams close in on it. Strumke's going to play it out. Play it off the ground. Gives himself an extra 10 yards or so to push that ball up the field. Lassard is on it. Getting challenged, though. Uses his body to shield it. Little step around, nice move there as Island then is able to send the ball across the field, but that line wasn't great, but gets it out wide. Now we got an attack. We got Morales on it in the far right corner. Sends across through. Rebeus is there. Just misses it. Ball goes by. Rebeus is down. Hopefully he's all right. And referee is going to call. It was a goal kick. That ball went out. Rebeus still down, but looks like he's pulling himself together. It's a cold night. Anytime you get hit, anytime you hit the ground, it is going to make your muscles ache. I'm a kind of an old guy, so I definitely don't want that anymore, but I remember those days from when I played and coached many years ago. Island with a clear there, but taken back by Eau Claire. Poole all over it. Tenaciously fighting from behind, but a little too much from behind, and referee calls a foul on Jack Poole. Player gets another free kick, and again, a dangerous area. Again, a low ball in and a short ball, but nobody there for Eau Claire. They get the ball out to Lassard. Claire sends it back into Raider territory. That's Quinn Packard there sending it up the field. Brits gets the ball taken and sent out. Poole on it. Gets a nice ball up. It's right there. Eau Claire again. Woo, dangerous play. I think he headed that ball. Poole's got it. Takes a blast, but just sends it high. I got to watch the replay of that. Yeah, I don't think I've seen that too many times. I've seen it, but it's not common that the goalkeeper headed the ball. It was high. He was trying to keep his eyes on players, and Will Nordstrom gives that ball a header out to avoid the attack. That was a close call, interesting play, and this game is kind of seeing it all. And there's a yellow card on the Raiders. It's like number 6. Teddy Anderson. Eau Claire had a player in the air. Anderson made some contact. That's generally always going to be a card. And that's going to give Eau Claire a free kick here. Anderson leaves the game. Not sure who came in for him. I'm taking a peek. Can't really tell. So here we go. Free kick for Eau Claire. Stopping the clock to a little bit of some conversation with the side judge. Something going on the far side of the field. Not sure what's going on. Referee's now still holding off. Exactly sure what's happening here. Everybody's looking kind of back towards the training table or scoreboard. Referee says, let's play. Here we go. Ball is in. Double header back and forth. Pinball there. Raiders get the clear, though. We're now 12 minutes into the second half. Our score's still sitting at 0-0. Eau Claire dumps one in, but they're both offsides, and Parker Strumke picked that ball up anyway. Referee lets Parker hang on to it, and here we go. Another offside. Sard was close. They're always close, but the trick with offsides is it's usually by the time you see it, you don't see that he was offsides, because it's really when the ball is kicked, where is the player at, and by the time the average spectator sees it, it's hard to see, and that's why the side judges are there, and that's specifically what they're watching for. So boot here by Will Nordstrom. Headed by the Raiders, not exactly a clear, but gets it away at least enough. Ball's up to Sam Olson. He's going to send it up to Lassard. Wins that ball and sends it across. Nordstrom gets on it. It gets away from him. Cook was he was about a step and a half away, but Nordstrom's able to collect it again. And crisis averted. All right. Raiders back on the attack. It's Lassard. Sends a left-footed blast, but sends it wide. Goes off a old Abe, though. That was a heck of a blast for a left-footed shot, and Raiders are now queuing up a corner kick with Poole and Cook. Sometimes they play a short man game. The player's going to send two defenders out. Ball comes in. Olsen goes high, just gets by him. Ball's going to go all the way across the field, and that'll be a Old Abe's throw deep in their territory. Packard sends it in with the head. It's Morales in the corner. And it'll be an Old Abe's throw again. All right, here we go. Throw in for the Old Abe's. Packard heads it back. Olsen tries to keep it in, but spins it off out of bounds. So Claire with another throw. Sends it deep. Claire pokes it up further, and that ball goes out of bounds. That'll be a Raiders throw now at the 55-minute mark. Ball comes up to Cook. Takes a tough bounce off him and gives Eau Claire the chance to poke it away. Another Raiders throw. Get it into Morales, who tries to make a turn. He's got a lot of defense around him. Ends up with another throw. Up to Lassard. I think that's Lassard. He's got it. He's got the corner. He's going to try to send it through. Goes off of Eau Claire, and that'll be another corner kick attempt for the Raiders. Raiders thrive on these corner kick attempts. Give them too many. This is their fourth of the night. Sooner or later, they typically put one in. So we'll see what happens here. Nice ball in. Headed out nicely by number 4, Drew Hudson of Eau Claire. Another offsides call here. And Eau Claire will get a free kick here. Big ball up. Gets over everybody. Raiders eventually come up with it. That's Sam Olsen sending it up to Morales. Fighting it out on the sideline. Ball comes through. Got a Memorial player down. Often you'll wait till there's a more natural stoppage with an injury, but that ball, the action was right around the down player, so they're gonna pause for a moment. Eau Claire coach comes out, maybe an Eau Claire trainer. I'm not sure if they travel with a trainer or not, but somebody's out there attending to. Can't see a number. He's looking sideways here, so can't see a number. That is number 10, Ethan Velez, and he's walking a little gingerly, maybe a little muscle pull, or maybe just get a little knot when you get hit in the thigh or things like that, and you got to just work it out a little bit. So hopefully he'll be all right and back in the match soon. Raiders had the ball at the time that the referee paused, so they will get the ball back. The days of drop balls for every injury have been over for quite a while, but some of us old timers still remember that practice. And so Raiders will get the ball here, and they're going to send that ball deep up. But Eau Claire is there to take it. They're going to send it deep up. Hudson heads it over to his teammate, but the Raiders step up and make a nice play on that by Quinn Packard. Rebels tries to send a ball up. Somehow Lassard gets it. He's going to send it around. Ball comes in, and that's a blast. And there's a goal for your Raiders. Holy cats, what a play. Coming over to the student section, that's Will Cook. Sneaks that ball in on the short side. I'm going to watch the replay here. Oh, Nordstrom had his hands on it. Just a blast, though. Tough ball to save.
Number 11, Will Cook.
So, at the 57-minute,
19 second goal
mark,
for number 18, Calvin Lassard.
The Raiders take the lead. We all know 1-0 lead means little at this stage of the game, but you'd rather have that goal lead than not have it. So we got a lot of soccer left. We will not see either team let up at this point. So, but a heck of a move by Lassard to get down and around, gets it into Cook, and Cook, again, he's got some nifty feet and nifty moves. He's just a sophomore as well, and he buries that shot in a tough shot, point blank almost, hard shot, and Nordstrom did his best. He even got his hands on it, but that was a tough angle. I think maybe it was even surprising to get a shot off from that spot, and it gets off the hands and in the goal. Rebellis with a shot as well off of Eau Claire. That's going to be a corner kick they're calling a goal kick, I guess. Okay, maybe it didn't hit anybody. All right, folks, 1-0 Raider lead off the Will Cook goal. Exciting stuff. Still got a good 22 minutes left in this match, though. Everybody's got to keep working hard, and Eau Claire is definitely not going to be slowing down just because of a 1-goal deficit. Poole with it, sends it over. Cook again on that far side where he's dangerous at tucking that ball into the near post, but sends it off, and that'll be a goal kick for Eau Claire. It's getting colder. I can tell you, I'm sitting in the booth with Nikos, and we're not in the heated part of the booth. I can tell you that. But this is our last home game, most likely, so we'll endure, and it's a fun one. But the players are probably feeling it a bit too. Lassard again on the side. It sneaks through. Gets to Rabeus, but he's kind of moving into the ball. That wasn't really great opportunity, but it was exciting, and he sends it off, and that'll be a goal kick for Eau Claire again. So far this half, we're really seeing the Raiders dominating time of possession and offensive opportunities. So Claire's going to want to get a shift on that here. And now they're moving the ball up. Nice little heel pass down the line. Good play by Eau Claire. Little cross through. Head out by Heckman. Got him a miscue there. I think they were trying to put a blast on the goal, but sends it spinning off the feet. And Rebeus shields it and gets a throw in here for the Raiders at the 60-minute mark. Island with the throw in, gets it up. Rebellis on it. Off of Eau Claire will be another Raiders throw in. All right. Xavier Island with the throw. Rebeus tries to get a little head on it, goes over. Claire sends it out again. Raiders will take basically the exact same throw in again from Island. Into Lassard. Gets it over to Olsen, just a little too far out of his reach. Raiders bring it back. Heckman's going to play it all the way back to Parker Strumke. He's going to play it up the sideline. Looking for Cook, but Old Abe's were there to pick that off, and now they're sending it up the line. Trying to get some offense going here this half. Heckman picks it up. Inadvertent handball. It happens, and Eau Claire will have a free kick from a dangerous little spot here. Raiders defense, they're basically sending everybody back except Cook to help defend. And from about 25 yards out, so that's a dangerous spot. Strumke's getting the wall where he wants it. Referee stepped off the wall, and here we go. 62-minute mark, free kick here for Eau Claire. Little misdirection. Take a low shot through. Strumke. Rare time, it kind of bounces off Parker, but he's all over it anyway and makes the save and holds the 1-0 lead. Cues this up, throws it down. He'll take that kick off the ground. Every second means something, so playing that ball like that does. Ball's out to Lassard. Tough ball in. Tries to cut it in, gets a little too far away from him. Player keeps it in though, sends it up the field. Morales over to Olsen. Out to Packard and out to Cook again. Cook with a left-footed ball in. That's dangerous. That's holy cats. Rebellis with a heck of a header. But Will Nordstrom coming up big with that save that time. And Nordstrom keeps that score right where it's at, 1-0. Down to about 17 minutes in the match. Just get the clear. Player plays it out wide, trying to stretch that field and create some separation. Island's on it, showing some speed there, wins it. He's going to let it go out, and that'll be a goal kick for the Raiders. Good strategy there by Island. Keep that ball in. Even if you win it, you're going to be challenged and pressured. Let the ball go out. Let the clock run a bit. And Strumke now lining up to take this goal kick. We're down to about 16 minutes in the match, folks. Raiders continue to lead 1-0. Equal on corner kicks, each team with 4. Raiders with 8 shots on goal. Eau Claire with 4. Foul called on the Raiders. Be a free kick here for Eau Claire at about close to the midfield. All right, no injury, just a pause for a moment there on the foul, and now Eau Claire will take a free kick here from about 52 yards out. That's a good distance to still put the ball in a dangerous area. And here we go. Good ball. Powerful blast, but a little too much in front of the attackers, and Strumke's able to take that well. Head over by Olsen. Skims over. Raiders continue it, and they're going to send it up. Poole laid back, waiting for that rebound. Plays it out wide to Lassard. Sends a nice ball across, but that's played off of by Auclair, and be a Raiders throw in now. Raiders substitution is going to bring in Kieran Britz, and for Auclair, they are bringing back in number 10, Ethan Velez. Clock keeps ticking. We're at 66-minute mark, so 14 minutes left in the match. Xavier Island going to take the throw. Comes in low. Lassard plays it around. It's a nice play. Nobody there, though. Morales tries to clear it up. Player on the attack. Raiders hustling back to have more numbers on defense. Hudson gets around. Oh! Heck of a play there. Hudson was in a good spot, but kind of got away from him, and he's looking for a foul. I think the ref has seen kind of that stuff both ways. He's held the whistle in his pocket on both ends. There's Lassard making the turn, bringing it back. Just not enough time for Cook to do anything, but that was a heck of a play by Lassard, using his speed and foot skills there. Player double teaming on Pau there and taking the ball back. Back on the Eau Claire attack, Kieran Britt sends that ball out. Clock keeps ticking. We're down to about 13 minutes in the match. Clear by the Raiders, going to give Eau Claire a corner kick. Referee's pausing the game for a moment, having a chat with Eau Claire player. Stopping the clock. Card coming to the Eau Claire bench and coach, who just kicked the ball, and he's now been red carded. So not sure which coach that is of Eau Claire, but he has been ejected. There was some contact in the far corner. I couldn't see it real well. Again, the referee has let a lot of that go. He's not making calls in the box, on the outer edges of the box, either way. And, pressure is mounting. So, not sure what the call at midfield was. I missed that at some point, but Eau Claire will have a free kick here. And we'll see what they can do with 11 and a half minutes left in the match. Still a lot of time here. Ball comes through. Kieran Britz with the clear, the head, and then Packard sends that ball far and deep, and it'll be an Eau Claire throw-in near midfield. Couldn't tell if that was Eau Claire's head coach or an assistant coach, but either way, you like to have your coaches on the sideline, and Eau Claire's going to be battling -1 on that end of things. Clear there by Eau Claire. Big ball through. Nordstrom makes the save, kind of took his time picking that up off the ground. So Poole came in and put a little pressure. Nordstrom picks it up, gives it a ride. We're now down to about 10 minutes in the match. Ball comes around. Eau Claire's trying to push it up the line. Raiders then try to force it up their own way, but it goes off, and that'll be a Eau Claire throw. We have a substitute for Eau Claire here. See if I can locate a number. Looks like we got some precipitation coming down. It's number 3 in for Eau Claire. That is Santi Arbelabide. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but he's in the match. Looks like we got a little light, misty rain coming down. That's going to make things interesting here as well. Wow, so now the referee makes a call and is going to give Eau Claire a penalty kick. Interesting call. Probably could have called that several times tonight and didn't, but makes the call this time. And Eau Claire is going to have a chance to even this score. And we will see what happens here. That ball was far away from the goal, almost outside the goal box. But here we go. Number 6, Dylan O'Connor, one of Eau Claire's captains, lining up to take this kick. Strumke's ready. Everybody's ready, because if Strumke makes the save, that ball's live. And he makes a save! Strumke makes the save! Holy cow! What a play! It was a nice shot by O'Connor, but Strumke rolled the dice and picked the right location and makes the save. Got 9 minutes left in the match, and be an Eau Claire throw-in now. We have a couple of substitutions. Heckman coming back in. Looks like number 3 of Eau Claire. Nope, he's already in. Sorry, missed who that sub was. Holy cats, that was a heart stopper. I think, usually you look at that as an automatic score, but I'll tell you what, Parker Strumke is an exceptional goalkeeper and extremely athletic, very tall. And on top of all that, he picked the right spot and made the call. Here comes some more subs. Clock keeps ticking. Number 10 coming back into the match for Eau Claire. That's Ethan Velez. And Strumke with the kick. Head over by Lassard. Another head over to Powell. He's going to send it through. Cook's on it. Nordstrom's coming out, and Nordstrom picks it up. Down to about 7.5 minutes, folks. Raiders continue to lead 1-0 on the Will kick goal or score. And the Parker Strumke penalty kick save. Got to say that's just as valuable as the goal scored. Ball comes up. Powell is on it. That ball is sent out by Eau Claire. It'll be a Raiders throw-in. Really expected nothing different in this match than what we're seeing. A great competition, as these matches always are between these teams. Island to get the throw in, nobody there. Eddie Anderson popping that ball up. Eau Claire trying to head it. Kind of goes off awkwardly, so no clear there. Lassard is able to pick it up. He's going to take it. He's going to set it up, send it out wide. Cook is there. It's a big ball over. Cook's able to handle it. He's got some bodies to get around. He's good though. Made that move. Tries to send it through. Too much defense. Raiders send it in again, and again ejected by the Eau Claire defense. 6.5 minutes left in the match. Raiders continue to lead 1-0. Lots of excitement. Yellow cards both ways. Eau Claire coach got a yellow card, then kicked the ball down the sideline and maybe added a few other comments and got red carded. Again, not sure which coach that was. And then Eau Claire pulls a penalty kick, but then Parker Strumke of the Raiders makes an amazing save under pressure, and that's where we sit. So lots of excitement, exactly what you'd expect from this match. And we're now down to about 5.5 minutes in the match. Looking at the sideline, I know the Eau Claire Memorial head coach. I think it was he that got the ejection based on what I'm seeing, but I could be wrong. Raiders, ball goes out of bounds. We're now at about 5.5 minutes in the match. Ball comes in for Eau Claire, and they goes off awkwardly off of Santi, and that ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a Raiders throw. Now into 5 minutes. Claire heading it around, trying to push it up the field. Raiders try a clear, not a solid kick there though. And that quick turn move is off of, I think that's Quinn Packard. No, that's Lassard, and that'll be a throw in for Eau Claire deep in their territory. Keeping the pressure on by Eau Claire here. Raiders trying as well to get that ball up the field. Claire sending it through, but Strumke's there. Comes out aggressively, played that ball well. Nobody's able to get anything on that through ball, and Strumke picks it up, and now he's going to give it a boot. Raiders are going to now really probably turn into the mode where they just want to get the ball down the field, kill the clock, kill the time as much as possible, send it out of bounds, and hopefully come out of this. Again, the victor of this match will play Saturday. Not sure where or when. Usually that's a neutral field, but we'll see where that ends up being. Either one of these teams will definitely show well in that next level of match. So Big Rivers Conference has a lot to be proud of in these two teams. Claire moving it up. We're now down to 3.5 minutes. That clock moves fast at the end here. But a 1-goal difference doesn't take much. So Claire's still on it. Island takes it, sends the clear up the field. Nordstrom's going to come out for it and just let it go out, and that'll be a quick throw in for Eau Claire. Yeah, not sure. I don't mind seeing Nordstrom take the throw. I don't want to see him take a throw in though. Sam Olsen there using his body for a nice turn, gets it out to Rabeus. Keeps it alive and fighting for it. Eau Claire sends it out. That'll be a throw in for the Raiders. Thank you, Dayton 04. Looks like Hortonville won their sectional match 2-1 already. And it sounds like maybe that match sounds like maybe you've got some inside information will be played in Stevens Point. Raiders fighting it out in the corner. That's Lassard. Working for the corner kick. Raiders moving up to take that kick. Clock keeps ticking. We're down to 2 minutes now. Raiders play it short. Work for another corner kick. This is a strategy Raiders use a lot, but also is one for obviously working the clock a little bit too. Referee's calling for a stoppage. Jack Poole, captain, is having a conversation with the referee. I think there was some confusion here, whether it's a throw-in or a kick. No signal was made, I would say, so I guess they can understand why there was confusion. Raiders take the throw, get it into Lassard, who's going to kind of play around with it, try to work a... Did get hit, no call by the referee there. All good, appreciate the information, Dayton. And Stevens Point is a lovely fall location for a soccer match. Claire back on the attack. Eddie Anderson with a nice header out. Island on it. Anderson with a good step up, but Eau Claire still holding the ball. Island with some nice pressure, and then Olsen sends it up. We're now down to about 1 minute and 10 seconds, folks. Raiders holding on to that precious 1-goal lead. We're now into the last minute here.
1 minute remaining in the game. 1 minute.
This will likely be our last broadcast of the year, so I certainly, again, just want to thank everybody for your loyalty and tuning in as much as a lot of you have throughout the season. Appreciate all our away fans who tune in. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I know this isn't the outcome Eau Claire wanted, but sure was a match. Eau Claire's got nothing to be ashamed of tonight. And it's not over yet. So I've seen more interesting things happen in the last 30 seconds of a match. Raiders send the clear out. That's going to bring the clock down to 20 seconds or so. Claire's still on it. Reveas with a header. Poole tries to get a clear, doesn't. The player hangs on to it. Now down to about 13 seconds.
10.
Playing with it.
9,
Raiders get that
8,
big kick there. That's going to
7,
do it, folks.
6,
Your Raiders are going to
5,
move on to the
4,
sectional final,
3,
taking on
2,
Hortonville on
1.
Saturday. Congrats to Eau Claire on a solid season, but these Raiders continue their shutout streak. They are now 20-0-1, giving up only 3 goals on the season. An outstanding match.
And that's
Thanks
the game,
to everybody.
folks. The Hudson Raiders take this
Good luck,
one
Raiders,
1-0.
in the playoffs, and we'll see all of you back next year.